Where do you see this live production going over the next 5 to 10 years? I'd love to hear your opinion, Ian.
Oh, wow. It's really difficult to know. I mean, things are moving so quickly. I mean, audio is like the darling format at the moment, isn't it? I mean, you know, there's Clubhouse, there's Twitter Spaces, Facebook are doing their own thing now. And, you know, so everything is about that. And, you know, podcasting is big. There are some apps now that allow you to listen to podcasts in a community, so you can actually live chat. There's some Clubhouse don't do this themselves, but there are some like third-party tools that integrate with Clubhouse that allow you to have a live chat facility. And so I think we're going to have more of that. We're going to have more of this community feel to it, because like loneliness is like a big thing. And I think entrepreneurs in particular, I think many of us enjoy what we do because we like that space and we like to do what we want to be our own boss. Okay. But there's still, we need other people. I need, this is why masterminds are so cool, so helpful, and being with other people. And so I think we're going to have more community tools, collaborative tools. I think Facebook and other platforms are already doing this. Audio is becoming a big thing too. So, if you had asked me this a couple of years ago, I might have said like 360 video, 3D video, like the real techie stuff. Mm-hmm. But now I think it's more to do with the human. It's putting the human front and center of these platforms. And I'm excited about that because ultimately, we can get obsessed by the tech and think about that. It's ultimately about communication, about that consistency, but also about community as well. So I think that's where we're going. What that will actually be, I don't know. But it's pretty cool to be alive at this time and see all this cool stuff happening.
It really is. Like the communication tools we have now have evolved immensely just over the last 10 years. It's remarkable. It seems like your favorite app looks different every month, right? And I totally agree with you on the importance of engagement and community. And to me, from a podcasting perspective, that's something that's been seriously lacking in the audio experience. So I'm really excited to see how these live chat tools kind of roll out and improve over time. Absolutely. What about events? I know you've been involved in a lot of events, world speaking, Ian. Do you think that live video gives you good preparatory tools so you know actually what to say when you get on a stage somewhere? Do you think there's a correlation between these two?
Yeah, definitely. In some ways, live video is more difficult or challenging than actually going and speaking on stage. This might sound really weird, but like to begin with, I actually preferred to speak at a conference in front of like 300 or 400 people. I actually found that less nerve-wracking than going live in front of a camera. And the reason for that is, there's two reasons. The camera is this inanimate object. It's this kind of, it doesn't give you any feedback. Whereas if you're in a room with 300 people, hopefully if the audience is good, they're giving you feedback. There's energy in the room. So you have to, with live video, you have to kind of like get this energy from somewhere. And often that is from those nerves, as we said earlier. But it's, I think also because you're not getting that feedback, the structure and knowing what to say is more difficult than when you're in front of a live audience. But because of that, it is a really great place to start because you can't always rely on your audience. You may go somewhere where the audience is hostile or really not engaged. And so you should never rely on the audience. So live video is great from that point of view. It's also really good because you're creating that content consistently and quickly, and you can usually get a good idea of what works and what doesn't work. And you can even go into analytics. There's cool tools like Restream or even in Facebook itself where you can see the drop off. So if you might be like 10 minutes in, number of viewers actually goes down, and you can go and think, what was I talking about there? Why did I lose my audience? Yeah. That is amazing data. We wouldn't really get that when you speak at a conference so much. So you can get all that information so that you can really hone your craft and become a better speaker.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with the idea of practice makes perfect. You got to practice, you got to put in the reps. But at the end of the day, I think the biggest value, in my opinion, that you get from going live is getting comfortable with discomfort. I remember reading The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and that was something that really stuck with me. And he has something in there where he recommends as practice to get comfortable with discomfort to just ask for a discount every time you whip out your wallet. And you would be shocked how difficult it is to ask for a discount at Chipotle. It's a little difficult. But thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. I've got several other episodes right here for you. Smash one of these videos to make sure that you don't miss out on the tips, tools, and tactics of industry experts. Let's take that side hustle full time. Smash one of these links.